All right, so Parse installation for iOS, Swift 3, Xcode 8, iOS 10. Let me just post these on the Slack channel. So this is just a gist. Oops.
Do we have a new member of the team?
Yes.
Yeah, sliding right in there in week 6. We have David. That's not actually David.
He's one of the Alexes.
Another Alex.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There was UK Alex.
Alright.
This is the non-UK Alex.
And then there's Alex and our other Alex, probably by Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so this is installation instructions for Parse to Heroku. So the first thing is you have to go to Heroku and create an account. And you will need a credit card. So even though this is a free tier, and then once everyone's done that, let me know. So I'm going to pause it.
Heroku.com. Resuming.
Okay, so we have to click this link. So once you create an account, I guess apparently it didn't ask you for a credit card, but it will. So have it ready. So once you create an account, you can click here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull this out into its own window, like that. All right, so what we want to do is, let's see, what do we do next? Hang on, let me make this smaller. So we want the deploy to Heroku button, which is this button right here. So you want to scroll down to that, click on it. All right, so once you are here, leave everything alone. Don't do anything. Stop. And do what? And only the following. Okay, so the app name. So, oh, I have to log in, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, that's not what I'm
Okay, hang on.
Damn it, Steve.
What is this?
So Alex, how's the job hunt going for you? Or did,
Have a job.
oh yeah? Were you one of the ones who's working at Touch Me Run?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's pretty good.
It's fun. Do you know Taylor Moore?
Taylor Moore.
Yeah, she's on the marketing team. She's just someone that I know that works there.
No.
So is it like all Linux guys that are there, or do you guys have a huge team now?
I guess there's 4 of us there now, but I don't know. There's like 30 devs maybe, something like that. Between 7, 8, and then the cloud side on 7 and 8. So,
Is it all iOS, or do you guys also do?
no, we have like a website as well. So,
Oh, I see.
and
So that's
yeah,
just like a backend supporting it, or is there a web product?
I mean, basically it's just representing all the data we send out.
Ah, yeah, right.
But I mean, we've got a few guys, and since we have 2 different software versions kind of on the go right now, we have like 2 different teams. So it's quite
Right.
hard right now.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, so back to business. So app name. So we want to give this an app name. My app.
Let's start with lowercase. It's like coding.
And can only contain lowercase letters. Oh, I see. My app named Yo. All right, so what I like to do is bring the stickies up so that you can copy and paste this information, which you're going to need later. So, all right, so the app ID is this guy right here. So you can just put in some random stuff here. It can be anything, I think. Okay, so that's the app ID. Just grab that. And then the master key is the other thing, which can just be random, something random, or it can just be whatever. I think you can even leave it what it is. Master key. Okay, so here's so the server URL. So add your app name to the URL. So you can see, like in this case, in the example here, my app name was my cool app. So I have to change the app name, obviously, in that URL. So where it says your app name, like that. So like so. And click deploy. So that's it. So you shouldn't have touched anything else. So leave United States, leave this Mongo thing alone, and the parse mount thing, leave that all alone. And just click deploy.
Enter your payment information. Sounds fishy.
Name is already taken.
So yeah, so you may have to enter payment info at this point. And you're getting an error that the app name was already taken?
Yeah, because I was following along.
Oh, you're following. So it's not namespace to my account or something, which is pretty weird, because that means that I guess every time someone builds an app, that name is taken.
I guess that's fair. Please enter your valid values in the above fields. Configure environment.
Okay, so don't enter anything else until we are done this part.
So do I hit deploy again after I put my payment information in there?
So it wouldn't allow you to deploy?
It says there's an issue setting up your app environment. Please verify your account to install this add-on for this add-on plan. Please enter a credit card, blah, blah. So just hit deploy again.
Okay, sure. So mine says your app was successfully deployed.
Okay.
So that you should get to that part.
Yep.
Where it says your app was successfully deployed. And let's see. I'm going to click view in another tab. So that's nothing. Okay, so what about manage app? Right, so you want to click the manage app tab after. And then I think we're going to click on this MongoDB thing.
Still building my app.
Yeah, so that could take a little while. So you should see this view eventually with no objects in it. And we're going to check when we actually install the Parse Sdk. We're going to create an object, and we should see the object in this thing. So everyone should get to this part.
Manage app, right?
Yeah, manage app. Okay, let me just pause it there until everyone gets. We're back. Okay, so let's see. So now we need to install the Parse Sdk. Alrighty, so we need to just click on this link right here, and let's just open this over here. Alright, so so we got to do a Cocoapods install. So you want to create a blank single view application in Xcode. cd into the root of the project, and do pod init. All right, so let's go there. Create a single view application. So we're gonna do parse example, right? Just Swift and leave everything else the same. We'll create it on the desktop. So I'm just creating an empty single view application. I'm just saving mine to the desktop. And then I'm just going to close it out and go to the desktop. I'm going to open it in Terminal. And I am just going to do pod init. Okay, so ls. So we can see the pod file there. So we want to open the pod file. So I guess I'll just open it in Atom. Oh, Atom's not there. How about TextMate? Okay, so I've just opened it in TextMate. And we want, we can leave the platform, that's fine. We want to make sure that use frameworks is uncommented. And, well, we can just delete all this stuff we're not using. And then what we want here is we want pod single quotes and then parse single quotes like that. Save the file and close it. And then we're going to go back into Terminal. So you want to just do pod install. Okay, so if it worked, you should see there's one dependency from the pod file, 2 total pods installed. So that's what you should see there. All right, so now we're going to go to the project and make sure we open the workspace. So this is using the, obviously the Cocoapods installation method. There's other ways to do this. All right, so we're just gonna.
Oh, sorry, pod complete. There's your dependencies from the pod file.
Then you made a mistake.
Maybe it's out of
Uncommon use underscore frame.
Let me just. I'm gonna pause for one. Yeah. So make sure that you add the pod file to the actual target and not the test target. So if you included tests in your project, you have the option to add Cocoapods to the test. We don't want them in the test. We don't need them in the test. Well, maybe you do, but anyway, just make sure they're in the main project. And make sure you open it from the workspace. If you don't, you will not be able to import. So you can see that I'm just in the app delegate and I removed everything from the app delegate just to clean it up. I just need the did finish launching with options method here. All right, so that is pod install and we have the workspace. So we're going to need a bridging header. So to create one, select the main targets group, right click, select new file, and then select Cocoatouch and make it an Objective-C file. So any superclass will do. So this is practice creating a bridging header. So new file. All right, so we want a Cocoatouch class, and we got to make sure it is an Objective-C class. It can be anything. So I'll just I just have to have UI button selected. It's fine. So create and create bridging header. Yay! That's what we want. So we're just going to delete those files, move to trash, and make sure that we have the that bridging header file. Okay. All right. So delete the other files and add your import to the bridging header. So this is the import here. Copy the import, paste it right there into the bridging header. You might want to save that. So follow the Quickstart instructions for creating an object. And so this is, let's see. So there's a bunch of little steps here. Let me just hide this. Let's click on that. And I'm going over to the Quickstart. And this is for creating an object. Let's see, so this is the installation. So this is Quickstart. So this is like installing the thing. And yeah, so here is the code. So import parse. So we need to, hang on a sec. We need to do this in the application did finish launching with options, which is actually just an image. So if you look at, I actually have the code right here. So we just want to put this code into did finish launching with options. We'll just create a method here. See, boys. So private func setup parse. Okay, and let's just import parse. Paste that in there. And obviously we need to change our ID here. So my handy little sticky. So the application ID is, in my case, this value. So let me just copy that. Paste it in there. And the master key is this guy. Copy, paste, and you can see that we need to change the server name here to using our app name. So we need to paste that in right there. So you can see that those values are now pasted in. So that's the configure method. Actually, it is, this is a computed value, a computed property here. So, right. So we have a parse object initialized with configuration, and then we have a PF object class test object. So test object has a property, or has a bar as a property on foo. So then we're saving in background, and if error, then do this. If success, do this, the object not saved. And if it was saved, then it just prints out saved here. So let's try and run this. I'm just building first to make sure we don't have any errors. And we have an error. I see. So let's see, success is a bool, so it's not, you can see that there's a mistake in this code. So it's a bool, it's not an optional. So this is, should be if, actually, this should be guard success equals success. Otherwise, return.
It's always going to be true.
That's saved in the background. Well, what if it doesn't save with an error? It could be false.
Do you want if success?
Oh,
Or
this
success?
should. I'm sorry. Yeah. So if true, sorry, you're
Can
right.
you just say guard success then?
See if it'll let you. No, it does not let you. Oh, it does. Okay. Usually, I mean, sometimes it makes you just be explicit. Okay, so try building again.
And
Okay, so it did build. All right, so I'm building, so I'm running now. Oh, I didn't call this method, so that's not going to help. So set up parse. Okay, so let's run that again. So I'm going to get an error here, which is the app transport security error. Yeah, so I am getting an error. So it says that app transport security, whatever. Okay, so I need to just go add that key to the info key list. So app transport security, just click on this and allows arbitrary loads equals yes. Okay, let's go back, run this game. Okay, so that's a good sign. Object has been saved. I'm seeing that in the console there. So that's a good sign. Let me go back. And let's go back to the Mongo.
Sorry, what did you add to the app transport? The ID? You added the ID, right? To the app transport?
So you have to go to the app transport security.
Yep.
And you have to just click this down arrow. And then click allows arbitrary loads and make sure you set that Boolean value to yes.
You're concerned that when we say import parse, it has a line through it saying it's deprecated?
I don't think so. Is it working?
Yeah.
Mine's not working.
Okay, so you can see my test object is there. You can see that it automatically gives it an ID, and you can see that it has a key foo and with a value bar, and the creation date is there as well. Can just pull this thing out. I think I can pull it down.
Object was saved.
There we go. Okay, so you should see your object there if everything went properly. And so anyway, there's instructions here for the app transport security setting and allowing our arbitrary loads. And you can install a parse dashboard locally. So I've got some instructions on how to do that here. I'm not going to do it, but it's pretty easy. The other thing is that there is a tutorial on this as well on Ray Wenderlich's site right here. I just had a look at this, and it's a little bit more complicated than what I just did. So anyway, but this will work for like you don't have a local database, but you have a cloud database. So if you want to start building your app, and this, you can just use this backend for your app. And there's full documentation on Parse. So here is the documentation. So the Parse guide and the client SDK guides. Okay, so and you have, I think a bunch of, so here's the API reference. So you have all the code here, and notice install in dash. Yes. All right. So that's it. I'm gonna stop there.